character and the writing, and it was a serious, not a serious, it was a very nice domestic comedy, I would call it. And after St. Elsewhere, it was my favorite show. St. Elsewhere was my favorite show. And that was because it was so well written and included so many different aspects of life. It was serious, and at the same time it had humor, and it drew actors, good actors, wanted to be on that show. And they presented themselves, and half of them did appear on the show. So I was always working with really first-rate talent on St. Elsewhere, including my wife's talent.
But when you went back, I remember that, when you went back, because you just so enjoyed the kids all of a sudden being adults.
Yes.
And then they treated you differently. Because when they were on the show, they thought you were English, and they kind of, thought you were very special and so forth, and all of a sudden they were just friends. They became friends instead of the separation. He loved that. He loved that.
That's great, yeah.
And we will see them. I think we're going to see them in Chicago.
Oh, great.
Yeah. We see them every once in a while. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
They're a very unusual group of young people. It's hard for children actors.
Yeah.
They have a rough time, and these kids have done okay.
Yes.
These kids have done okay.
That's great.
They had good parents. They did.
Very good question. Thank you so much. I think we have time for one more. This will be our last question here. What is your name, sir?
My name is Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
And I know for years there was a perceived career risk for doing science fiction, so I'd like to thank you both for that. I know you best as the Night Industries 2000 and as Patience. And I'd like to know, Mr. Daniels, if you could comment on the decision that was made not to give you an on-screen credit for voicing the car in Knight Rider.
What did you think about the decision that was made to not give you a credit for voicing the car in Knight Rider?
It was his decision.
It was your decision to not have the credit?
Yes.
This is tough.
Yeah. I was asked to go over and read some material that the authors and the producer were going to take to New York and try to get a show going. So a script came to me. Oh no, I was handed this while I was performing for them, just in the studio. So I saw it for the first time while they were there. And I said, this is a car, and it talks.
It talks.
They said, yes. I said, oh, okay. So they said, so I started to read. They said, could you make it like Ma Bell? And I said, no. And I started reading more. How about, and I mentioned somebody else, and I said, look, would you just let me read it? Because I was doing them a favor to come in and read it for them, and then I left thinking that's the last I would hear of it. Whoever heard of a car that talks? And so I get a call 3 weeks later, and they said, we'd like you to do this. We sold it. I said, you did? Bravo. They'd like you to do it. I said, well, I'm doing St. Elsewhere. They said, we know that. We'll work around it. So my agent said, you can't turn that down, Bill. Just go in. And I would. I'd go in about 45 minutes, I'd knock a show off, just reading the lines. I never even met David Hasselhoff at that time. I only met him at the Christmas party. But to my amazement, it sold, and it not only sold, it became famous.
But her question is, what did you say to them? That you would do it if you didn't get billing?
Huh?
You said you wouldn't take billing. You didn't want to be billed because you were not.
Oh no, that's right. I didn't want to be billed. I thought it was something that I found. I don't know. I just didn't want to be billed as the voice of a car.
So he said he would do it, but no billing.
Huh?
You would do it, but no billing. And then the next day after it started, a neighbor said, "Oh, I caught your show last night." He recognized the voice.
I thought I was getting away with it. But people evidently,
Bill is a strange
they
guy.
recognize my voice. You know, I'm always amazed at that because, well, it's my voice. It's all I hear most of the time. I try to avoid it. But anyway.
And you know, the fascinating thing about it is neither of us, we're very serious, New York actors, and neither of us thought it was, we thought it was silly. And he thought it was silly. And now, it's not silly at all.
Oh, everybody's car talks now.
Yeah! What we thought has all come to pass. So there you are, be careful.
Good question, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, have you had a good time today? Please give another big round of applause for our guests, Bartlett and William Daniels. The questions we did not get to, they will take at their tables. You can get the autographs. I think you have some of the memoirs there as well, the books they'll sign. Be sure to stop by and visit them this weekend. Before you leave, we have one request of you. We would like to get a photo with you so that we can get it on the convention social medias and stuff. So if you guys want to hang tight for just a second, we will just stand, go and throw your microphones down, and we'll just come to the edge of the stage and we will do a quick photo.
That's cool. Be careful. It's like landing. Break a leg, huh?
Everybody smile for us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Big round of applause one more time.
Thank you for being part of Planet Comicon Kansas City. And remember, take all your belongings as you